Welcome back to the Lotus Cup UK race here from Brands Hatch at the 2015 Lotus Festival. Alex Reid, your race leader, just ahead of Adam Gore. The pair of them have streaked ahead of the chasing pack of Ken Savage, Adam Ballard and Adrian Hall. They have a comfortable advantage in as we head towards the mandatory pit stop, which window will be opening on this lap. So which of the cars will be into the pit lane first? Alex Reid with a few back markers just ahead of him. Adam Gore closing in nicely. Alex Reid could do with clearing those back markers and trying to avoid costing him too much time then on this lap. Ken Savage then following through in third position in the yellow Lotus 211. Just ahead of Adrian Hall now, who's recovered from his earlier spin at Graham Hill Bend. Let's go on board once again with Ken Savage. You can see how hard he's working out in the car as he heads into Surtees. Gets the car winding right towards the apex before letting the car run all the way out using the Mac track for powering out the Hawthorns. Now Alex Reid has caught a bit of trouble with the back markers, and that has allowed Adam Gore to get much closer then as they head through Hawthorns and up towards Westfield. So Adam Gore now right on the back of Alex Reid as they head through Westfield, down Dingledale and up towards Sheen. Adam Gore attacking, a big slide then from Adam Gore as they head through Sheen and through towards Stirling's. Just flashing through then was Ryan Savage at the front of the screen then in the battle for the production class, currently running in about 4th position then in the production class. But with the pit stop, with the mandatory pit stop window open, Alex Reid takes the opportunity to pit from the lead of the race. So your race leader, Alex Reid, into the pit lane for his mandatory pit stop.
James, well, that was a nice drive out there, wasn't it? Keeping yourself out in the front the whole way.
Excellent, yeah, really good. The secret was get a good start, try not to get tangled up in the more powerful cars, because I think lap on lap we were about the same pace, and my fear was I get stuffed with them and then lose a place. But no, it was good, and then we started gapping people, and then it was just settle down and do my half hour and hand over to Andrew, who has now gone out. Fantastic.
Well, it looks like Andrew hopefully will bring it home in first.
That's the plan.
Stuart, I know you've just changed over once again to Anthony. Now, how was it out there for the first half?
It was not too bad, actually. Reasonable session. It was good, actually, not too bad. I can't really say too much about it. A bit of a quiet race, really. I was having a good old battle with John the Master. So that was pretty peaceful, if you can use that term to describe racing. Not much going on.
Now, John, just come back in. Obviously, a fantastic drive being on the Brands Hatch GP. How was it out there?
It was great fun. It's a very hectic start for a cup race. A lot of almost collisions on the start, but it was very interesting. And then I had a really good scrap with Stuart Radcliffe for the rest of the race. So, and I've just handed over to Craig. I think we're in 4th or 5th, so hopefully he can do something with that.
Let's hope so. I'll let you get back. I know you're rather hot at the moment.
Yeah, thank you.
Stefan just got out the car, handed over, came in P3. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Like the car's really nicely balanced, so well done to Rob Boston Racing for that. But you know, with just gearbox issues again, it's really hard around here on the gearbox, and you know, third gear was starting to get a little bit loose. But you know, it is what it is, and we'll go around in circles and see where we end up at the finish.
So thanks to Kerry for catching up with the drivers in the pits then as Ken Savage makes his way out of his pit box and back into the race. Good opening stint from Ken Savage, having fallen down a few places at start to get himself back up into a podium slot. Making his way down the pit lane, cruising down the pit lane speed limit before getting to the end of the pit lane line, releasing that limiter, and away he goes back into the race. As you just see Adrian Hall then flash by into 3rd position, so Ken Savage down to 4th place, having lost out to the Maidstone sports car of Adrian Hall. Now what can Ken Savage do in the remaining half of the race then about Adrian Hall's advantage? Speaking to Ken Savage earlier in the week, said he's going to step down from racing in the year to concentrate on his son Ryan's racing, who should be stepping up to the Lotus 211 next year. It'd be a great shame to see Ken not embark in the series. I'm sure we'll see him back in something though. He chases now Adrian Hall for 3rd position and the final step on the podium in the Lotus Festival race here for Lotus Cup UK. The biggest event of the year is the one they all want to win. Car getting up to about 130 mile an hour down towards Hawthorns. Down onto the brakes, down 1 gear, carry plenty of speed through the fast right-hander before up to Westfield before turning in blind, then looking for your exit point once you're up and over the curb. Little slide there from Ken Savage on the way in, using the maximum amount of track available down the dip through Dingledale up towards Sheen. Again, a blind turn point over the top of the crest. So Alex Reid flashes through your screen then. Adrian Hall up to what will be currently 2nd place But Adam Gore is still yet to stop. And there you can see the Donnelly car into the pit lane. That may well be a problem there for the Donnelly car in the pit lane. So Adrian Hall streaks through then ahead of Ken Savage. Cars just spread out a little bit more now. Adrian Hall with about a 1.5 seconds, 2 second advantage then over Ken Savage. Similar sort of lap time from the two of them, both lapping in the late 136s and early 137s around the Grand Prix circuit here at Brands Hatch. Out nice and deep, turning in at the end of the curve, bringing the car in nice and tight, get on the power nice and early. Bit of a slide there then from Ken Savage. He tries to get on the power a little bit too early in his pursuit of Adrian Hall. Down underneath Johnny Herbert Bridge, up towards Hawthorns. Fantastic corner here at Brands Hatch. Car just looks beautifully balanced through there. Now that was Ryan Savage just up ahead of Adrian Hall. Now will he play team orders and help his dad reel in that gap? Flashing through the picture then was Adam Gore just behind, just ahead even of Alex Reid. So Adam Gore has jumped Alex Reid throughout the pit stop. Alex Reid slips down to second place. Alex Reid, complaining earlier, back problem, has to stop after practice and qualifying to get some treatment for it. As Andrew Bentley then continues to lead the production class ahead of Jason Baker. As we go on board with Andrew Bentley in the production car. Straight through fourth gear, over the curb then at Sheen. Being mindful of the track limits, bringing it back to the right then. Onto the brakes, down one gear for Sterling's. Taking as much of the curb as you get away on the inside and all of the curb on the exit. Has been really the benchmark pairing this year in the Lotus Cup UK. Andrew Bentley and James Little reeling into the lead of Dunn and Ratcliffe. But Adam Gore will take the win here at Brands Hatch at the Lotus Festival, followed by Alex Reid. Coming home in third place will be Adrian Hall, ahead of fourth place Ken Savage. So your top four are Adam Gore coming home V6 Cup R, Alex Reid in second place in a similar V6 Cup R from Adrian Hall and Ken Savage.
Adrian, congratulations. That's a fantastic place.
Yeah, it didn't start off too well. I was spinning on the first lap, was not my plan. But yeah, come back through the field. You know, got back to third. I'm happy with that. Won the class, which was ideal. Being that I'm one of the last of the old school cars, I'm starting to struggle against the new V6s. I don't know how long it is before I'm going to stand up here much longer, I don't know, but I'll keep trying.
Alex, congratulations, second place. I know you started in first, but it was a tough battle all the way, wasn't it?
It was a really tough battle. I mean, Adam was keeping the same pace as me throughout the entire race. He did the best job he could, I did the best job I could. I think all that it came down to was the pit stops. He came out of me 5 seconds ahead. And yeah, that was it really. But towards the end, I sort of catching him up, which got to about 2-3 seconds close to him. But you know, in the end, it wasn't enough. But nonetheless, I'm super happy with my efforts. The lap yesterday was super quick, and man, Adrian got close. And yeah, all weekend's been pretty fun. I love to be at the Lotus Festival. It's a really, really great crowd here, and thanks to all the team and the parents and everyone else.
Adam, congratulations. That was a tough win, but a good one.
Yeah. Thanks to Rob Boston Racing and Find Me a Gift. It was a crazy, crazy race. My hands are like that. I can't move them anymore, but yeah, it was ace.
And talk us through what it's like to race on the GP circuit here.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's second best circuit to Spa, really. It really is amazing.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Here are the Supersport standings after round 6 at Brands Hatch. Ken Savage leads overall and also in the 211 class. Adam Gore moves up into second overall and leads the Exige Cup after Brands. With the win in Kent, Adrian Hall moves level with Alex Reid and leads the Open Championship. With 70 points still available this season, any one of the top 10 in these standings could take the trophy. Sir James Little and Andrew Bentley take the champagne for their win in the production class over Jason Baker.
We had a little bit of a problem, I think, with the braking. James mentioned it before we got in from his previous trophy race, and I got in, and it caught me out. I haven't driven the car pretty much at all this weekend, so my first lap out the pits was my first flying lap, really. So it took a little bit of time to get used to it. I had a little bit of a moment, but do you know what? I knew what I had to do, got my head down, and pulled away, got the job done.
Jason, congratulations. Nice to see you back on the podium again.
Thank you. Yes. Challenging race from the back of the grid, but a lot of fun. Some good overtakes on the track and a really good battle with Andrew Bentley at the end. Side by side in a few places, but second place, I'm pleased with that.
Now the production class is pretty much racing all the way to the end, isn't it?
It's crazy. I mean, it was literally probably until 3 minutes to go, you're just on the limit the whole time, and I just couldn't catch him, so I backed off right at the very end. But yeah, it's brilliant racing, really good racing.
The Donnelly family of Martin and Stefan took to the podium after the race, but were then handed a penalty lap for pitting outside the allocated time, which meant that Craig Denman and John Lemaster moved into third. That win at Brands moved Little and Bentley up to second overall, just behind Stuart Radcliffe and Anthony Dunn, who could only manage a fourth here. That move onto the podium for the pairing of Denman and Lemaster means they can still win the production class overall, with 2 rounds still remaining. Stay tuned for the second Elise Trophy race, where we'll see the top 10 start in reverse order on the grid after this short break.